guys, welcome to another beer review and another special one. Review 750. Who knew I would be still doing this? I say it in all of these sort of special videos. I was surprised that I make it past 100, I'm surprised I get more than 10 subscribers, blah 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 blah.
I'm a beer tubing superstar.
But no, I'm far from that. But yeah, genuinely, a massive thank you to each and every one of you guys who has supported me over the past couple of years, gave me encouragement, become friends with. You know, you've been through high times with me and a couple of low times, and you guys keep coming back, and it really means a lot. And yeah, as you can see, I've got myself a nice cabinet now from IKEA. Got my massive collection of glasses and loads of empty space, so I best get busy and start filling it up. But yeah, 750. I know I've started to do these milestones at every 50, but yeah, this beer might not be considered too sort of like special to a lot of people. Not because, you know, it's a bad beer. I've heard a hell of a lot of good things about it, but because it is somewhat widely available. But I thought I would class this as a sort of celebratory video because I've not had anything from this brewery for absolutely ages, and I had heard so many great things about this one. And plus, you don't necessarily have to celebrate a milestone with a whale or an uber big, you know, imperial stout. And speaking of uber big, look at this region here. Absolutely disgusting. Why have I gone for a wide angle shot? I will never know. Picked up this beer from Northern Beer Temple in Wigan. Fantastic bottle shop. You may have noticed I've still got greasy hair. Yeah, it's a coolest drink of beer review. What did you expect? But no, went to Northern Beer Temple, picked this one up. Great shop if you've never been. I've harped on so many times about the shop and John, the guy who runs it. But definitely worthwhile. Go check them out. Great bottle shop, great range, great prices, and I've had some absolute barnstormers from Northern Beer Temple. So today's beer is the barrel-aged Shattered Dream. Of course, the lighting is terrible, but maybe I'll do a close-up in post. You never know. But yeah, so this is the Bourbon Barrel-Aged Imperial Breakfast Stout. So of course, you know, I've had the big hitters like KBS and CBS and then other bourbon barrel-aged breakfast stouts. That was a terrible segue. And this is clocking in at, God, it's hard to say, 9.4% ABV. There's a nice little spiel on the back, but I can't read that because it's like writing, but then it's got a white outline, and it's really hard to see on the background, especially in this light. But yeah, I'm sure it will be in the untapped description or something like that in one of the links. But as always, beautiful artwork from Siren, and there is the iconic Siren crown. So while I was at IKEA, I bought myself some very pretentious glassware, a stemless sort of snifter teku thing. I know glasses like that really do wind people up sometimes, but I think it's stupid. It's a really dumb looking glass. But I thought, you know, let's go big or go home, and I'm at home, so, and I'm big.
So there we go. Anyway.
This is why I'll never be a good stand-up comedian. Let's get this beer opened and see what we get. There we go, and it's just splooged a little bit on the floor. I'm talking about the beer, you dirty bastard. Oh, that's pouring nicely. That is like an oil slick. I won't do another terrible There Will Be Blood reference, but yeah, I've not actually had a good barrel-aged Imperial Stout for a while. There we are. So, can I do an Iceman? No, I won't do an Iceman pod because that's absolutely ridiculous. Life's too short to be sat there basically letting your beer trickle out into a glass to give a nice man pour. But yeah, beer in the glass then, and that is as jet black as you like. Absolutely wonderful stuff. You can't see through that at all. There's a really lovely aromas already, but a lovely sort of like dark tan head there. Didn't last for long. Wouldn't expect it to at that ABV. So let's see what we get on the nose. Loads of chocolate, loads of dark chocolate, a little bit of cherry note in there. You definitely get that woodiness. Almost has like a slight meaty aroma, almost like a mixed grill, but nowhere near like that. But you know what I mean. A little bit of an ash in there. Loads of brown sugar, caramel, molasses, that sort of thing. ABV is just masked beautifully. Yeah, it's such a smooth smelling beer. It's really nice and rounded. It's not in your face at all or anything like that. Yeah, there's just this like subtle savoury edge. And it's not like a typical barrel character. It's like a savoury, almost meatiness. And of course you do get that sort of barrel in there as well. That little bit of vanilla. Definitely pick up the bourbon. But in terms of like an actual alcohol presence, undetectable. It really, really is. Undetectable, smells delectable. Is that a proper word? I don't know. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. And thank you all again for joining me and sticking with me. You guys are awesome. Cheers. Ooh. That's silky smooth. It's probably stained my poor excusable white moustache. Subtle warmth as it goes down, but first and foremost, no alcohol presence at all. Masked really nicely. You definitely get a big hit of bourbon in this one. Then it fades and now you get that barrel coming through. But it's all about that chocolate, that sort of slight muscovado sugar note. There's a big dark fruit presence in there as well. It's got a nice bold body. It's not like the heaviest. Yeah, it's not like sludge or anything like that, but it just coats the inside of your mouth and it leaves like residue in your mouth. Do you know what I mean? That savoury meat flavour's coming through. It's got like a subtle beefy note, which I think works beautifully with this beer. And it does sort of give me images of like a... How would I put it? This sounds like disgusting, but I don't mean it to be. I mean it to be as heaven. It tastes like the best mixed grill after a night of hitting the bourbon, where you can still taste it. You feel like absolute death, but that meaty greasiness is just working so beautifully. Think of that distilled and concentrated, where you get the indulgent aspect of it. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. It's all about the breakfast, because of course you're getting the coffee in there. Nice dark coffee with a little bit of almost like a maple syrup in there. Yeah, maple syrup. I'm getting a big hit of maple syrup, so it gives you images of like pancakes. Although you don't really get that sort of like sweet flavour in there. Similar to pancakes, but yeah, this is... I'm not really into that whole like beer for breakfast sort of culture. I'll probably do it if I'm having a day out. You know, beer with your breakfast, that sort of thing. And I think in terms of like its style and what it's setting out to achieve, it works. You could happily have this with your breakfast. Because it's smooth, it's indulgent, you're going to take your time with it. It's like having your cup of coffee but with just like loads of flavour added to it. It would complement a mixed grill beautifully. And this is one of those beers that I think would age really nicely as well. And is that a little bit louder? Yeah, I'm getting like a sort of like liquid smoke flavour as well. There's so much going on. It's like after you've swallowed, some sort of like flavour explosion happens at the back of your throat. No pun intended, but that's not a pun.
Not a pun.
Yeah, there's always something going on with this, but it's not a mess, it's not too in your face, it's well rounded, it's robust, it's smooth, it's delicate. Is it the most indulgent of Imperial Stouts? No, but I would not say no to a few more bottles of this. And yeah, I think this is one of those ones where 750 beer reviews under your belt, you want to sort of add a little bit of occasion. This is one of those beers. You're not really going big. It's not like an 800 or a 700. It's a sort of mid between. You want something a little bit nice just to enjoy and savour and share with friends. This is one of those beers. If they had like a 750 bottle of this would be a perfect bottle share beer. You know, because it's not a whale. It's not promising you these outrageous flavours. It's just a bourbon barrel aged breakfast stout, and it works beautifully. And yeah, so in terms of a rating, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Lovely stuff. It really, really is. It's got everything you want in that sort of beer. What could it add to get a 10? I don't know. I don't know what it would need. Now I'm talking, there is a sort of like soy sauce sort of flavour coming through. Which again, I like those sort of savoury notes. I think they work beautifully with this one. I could see a few people being a little bit put off by that. They might want it a little bit more sweeter. But that bourbon barrel aged aspect is working nicely. It doesn't overly intrude, which some of these beers it can happen to. But yeah, 9 out of 10. It's a lovely beer, and if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Are you a fan of the brewery? Are you a fan of these styles of beers? Of course, if anyone friends of fellow beer tubes have reviewed it, their links are going to be down below. Check out Siren. Check out my Imperial Stout playlist. Massive thank you once again to everyone who has supported me on this beery adventure and helped contribute to a gut to be proud of. And yeah, so 50 more for 800. Wonder what we'll have for review at 800. This is why I should probably script sometimes, because I can't think on my feet at all. And speaking of which, my feet are really hurting because I've been stood in the same place for like over 10 minutes. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer. I've got a pizza waiting for me in the oven. It's going to go well with it. And yeah, 9 out of 10. Siren, fantastic brewery. A brewery that I need to drink more of their beers. Because I've just not really touched any Siren beers for whatever reason. There's so much going on with craft beer nowadays that you don't really need to be on top of a brewery now. Do you know what I mean? Because there'll always be something new and exciting, or something that's going to distract you in one way or the other. But yeah, coming back to Siren, I'm very happy that I did, and I'm very glad that I had this beer to commemorate 750 beer reviews. So here's to 750 more, and that's if you guys can put up with me for that long. You seem to be all degenerates, so I think that'll be okay. So, thank you all for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers. And yes, I am wearing a jacket because I am really I am a bit self-conscious about my weight. See you guys later.